Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm going to be showing you how I created this look using the JUVIA'S eyeshadow palettes. So I was gifted all 4 of these eyeshadow palettes by London Loves Beauty. They are a UK retailer of luxury beauty brands and they kindly sent me out all 4 of these palettes. So I'll be trying out one of them in this tutorial today to create this look. I've never actually used JUVIA'S eyeshadow palettes before, so this will be the first time. So you'll be able to see my thoughts of them and how well they perform. I will put a link to their Instagram in the description below, and here's what their page looks like if you're wanting to check them out. If you do, let them know that I sent you. These are some really pretty palettes. So we've got the berry palette right here, then we've got the violets, the chocolates, and last the nudes. So if you're interested and you want to see how I created this look, keep watching. So my face is done, and for my eye base I'm using the P. Louise Rumour 02. Then I'm going to be using the berries palette first, and these shades don't have names, so I'm going to go into this first really deep kind of burgundy plum shade right here, and I'm going to pack that into my crease. So I'm just stamping the colour on, literally just pressing it into place so that the colour's really intense. Bringing it all the way around. And then I'm just looking forward again to see if when I open my eye fully it covers it, because if it does I would need to bring the colour a bit higher, but if it's still showing then that's fine. So now that I've stamped that colour on, I'm just kind of pressing upwards to slightly start fanning out the shade, and I'm not picking up any extra product from the palette, I'm just using what's left on the brush. So I'm going to bring that same colour along my bottom lash line as well, just like how I've done on this eye, and again I'm just tapping or stamping it onto my lid, my lower lid, joining it up to the top. And I'm not bringing the colour all the way across, I just want to kind of go about halfway. So now I'm going to go into this pink shade right here and work that right above where I've put my first shade, just like how I've done on this eye, so you can see that pink really coming through along the edges of that darker shade. So I'm going like right on top, not fully on top, but just kind of where the edge stops on this one, that's where I'm going on top of, and blending it into it as well. So again, just pressing, stamping that colour on so that they start to merge together, but then you can also see that pink coming through along the top. Just tapping upwards to slightly spread the shadow and blend it out a bit more. So I'm literally still tapping, still stamping, I'm just going a bit faster and moving side to side as I do it, moving my hand side to side, and that just kind of helps blend out the product and get that sort of faded effect, instead of doing circular motions and mixing too much of that darker shade in with the pink. And I'm going to take some of it along the bottom as well. Just keep pressing it in until it starts to fuse together and blend nicely. And I'm not worried too much about the shadow going a bit more further out, because I can clean that up afterwards. So here's how you want it to look, kind of with that diffused faded effect, just going all the way around. Now I'm going to go in with this more softer pink shade right here. Like I said, I'm sorry guys, they don't have names, so I don't know what else to call them. And I'm going to work that right above where we've done that more hot pink shade, so right above, going all the way around. So exactly the same steps as I did the first and second shade. Just pressing on. And I'm being a bit more light-handed with this shade because I don't want it to be too pigmented, I just kind of want that faded effect but with a hint of the colour, so that hot pink fading into this softer pink. I'm going to go right up to my brow with it, Just tapping on really lightly, going back and forth. You see how it starts to kind of get that nice fade, like gradually from dark to light. So I'm just going back and forth, tapping back into my eyeshadow palette to get a bit more product on the brush, and then tapping it off so there's not too much pigment on the brush, and then going in and tapping on really lightly to get the colour on there and to help diffuse it. And then on that outer edge as well, I'm going to bring that right out, and then I'm going along the bottom as well, slightly bringing it into that inner corner. And I'm just using the brush I used to apply my concealer just to neaten up that edge a bit, so I'm just tapping on to kind of take away a bit of the eyeshadow pigment that came out too far. Tapping on really lightly, and can you see the lines kind of cleaning up a bit more now? I don't want it to be too sharp and too neat, which is why I'm not just dragging more concealer on, I'm just tapping whatever's left on that brush. And obviously if you want to take it up higher, you will just keep going further up, but I'm happy with that. So still using that same lighter pink shade, I'm just dusting it onto my inner corner, blending it into that purple. So just like this side, I'm going to cut my crease, and I'll try not to cover the screen too much with this mirror. So I'm just going to start kind of marking out where my crease line will be. And then I can go back in and adjust it. So I'm looking straight forward to see if it gets hidden or to see if it transfers onto my lid when I open my eyes. Because if it does, then I know to make it a bit higher. So I'm going to make it slightly higher there. Okay, so once I'm happy with how I've cut it, I'm just going to take my finger and tap along the edge there, just so it blends a bit nicer. I'm just tapping on to lift a bit of the product, and then it kind of blends with the shadow as well. If you go too far in, just go back in and add a bit more of your base. And then I'm going to go in with that soft pink shade again and just tap that on the outer edge, just like that. And then I'm going to go in with that first dark shade that we used and tap that on the edge, just next to where we've done the lighter pink shade. And just go back and forth between the two to blend them. So here's how the cut crease is looking. This one is a bit lighter than this one, so I can go over it and brighten it up a bit. Now I'm going to add some glitters to the cut crease. So I'm about to apply a coat of the Anastasia Beverly Hills glitter glue all on my lid where I've done that cut crease, and then I'll let it dry down a little bit, and then we're going to add the glitter and it will look like how it does on this side. Just taking off the excess and then just putting it all over our cut crease, right up to the line, as close as you can get it. And then we'll just leave that for like a minute to dry down so it gets a bit tacky before we go in with our glitter. So for glitter, I'm actually using the Gypsy Shrine Iridescent Diamond, and it's kind of got like chunky bits and small bits in there. And I'm just going to use a flat, kind of fluffy eyeshadow brush. I've poured some of the glitter into the lid, and there's nothing on this brush, so I'm just going to tap into the glitter to pick some of it up, and then tap it on my lid, go back into the lid to pick some more up, and just press it on. And then I'm just pulling down any pieces that have gone over my cut crease line, because I want to keep that looking as neat as possible. And then once I'm happy with them all, I'm going to go back in with the glitter glue and apply a layer over the top. A really light layer, but that will just help lock the glitters into place so that they don't start falling off. And then I'm going to go back into the palette and dip into this pink shade and just work that onto the edge there to bring some of that pink back through. So now I'm going to go ahead and do my liner and waterline like I've done on this eye. So for my liner, I'll be using the Anastasia Beverly Hills liquid liner, and for my waterline I'll be using the Peelwees and Mitchell Acid Rain collab in the shade Nitro. And with this liner, I'm kind of doing it thicker towards the end, and then as it gets inwards, it goes thinner. So now I'm going to go in with lashes and mascara. So for mascara, I'll be using my IT Cosmetics Superhero Mascara, and for lashes, I'll be using my IVO So Icy collection. So I'll probably go for these pair down here and see how they look. And that's it, guys. Here's the final look. So my thoughts on this palette. I'm really loving the pigment on it. Like, I didn't have to build it up a lot to get the pigment to show. It showed up straight away. So really good pigment. They performed really well. They blend out really easily. It all worked well and still blended nicely on top of the base and everything. And I used all 4 of the matte eyeshadows, so these ones here. You get 6 in there, a mixture of pressed pigments and just normal matte eyeshadows. So I like that there's a combination. Also the pans are quite big, which I like, and the palette itself is a really good size, like quite small, so easy to travel with. It's quite lightweight as well. It's not going to take up a lot of space or weight if you do want to travel around with it or take it with you. Quite slim, so it can easily fit into your bag, and the packaging is just really pretty. So for all of those reasons, I would give this eyeshadow palette a 10 out of 10. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please leave comments letting me know what the type of looks you want to see, or what the type of products you want me to review, and if I have them or get my hands on them, I would definitely do a tutorial for you guys. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye guys.